The Spurs extended their losing streak to 15 last night after a terrible game against the Timberwolves, and it's honestly been painful to watch. This is a team that myself and many other people consider to be one of the most fun teams to watch coming into the season. I mean, they just drafted Victor Wembanyama. You're excited for young players like Jeremy Sochan. Devin Vassell is there, who's got Keldon Johnson, and it has just turned out to be nothing like how anyone expected it to be. I mean, when Victor Wembanyama is on the floor, it is fun to watch sometimes. And I only say sometimes because it's not Victor Wembanyama that's not fun to watch. It's the environment around him and the environment that Gregg Popovich has put around Victor Wembanyama. But the main focus on this video will be on Sochan and how the point Sochan experiment doesn't really work or hasn't really worked, and now they're finally ending it. Now, I do want to start by saying I actually do really like Jeremy Sochan, and this is in no way supposed to be a hate video towards him, towards the team, towards the fans, whatever. This is just my take on how they've been playing basketball recently, because it's been really rough. And you might be thinking to yourself, oh, well, Jeremy Sochan just had right here one of the best games of his career. 33 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 86% from the field and 100% from three. This is a solid game. But to the people who say that about Jeremy Sochan, right, that he had such a good game recently that, you know, how could he be doing bad if he just had a career game? I have two things to say to you. One is that, yes, he had an insanely efficient game. 85% or 86% from the field is no joke, especially when scoring 33 points. The dude was on one. But this was also against the worst defense in the league. Okay, well, the Utah Jazz dropped. Anyways, one of the worst defenses in the league, right? That's not really much to look at when you see that he had a good game, he was really efficient. It's because they're not really defending him, and they still managed to lose the game. But what does it look like when the Spurs go up against the best defense in the league, right? We saw them go up against the Hawks not that long ago, but what does it look like when they go up against the Timberwolves, right? One of the best teams defensively in the league by a pretty good margin, to be honest. And well, we all know that they ended up losing the game because of their 15-game losing streak, but let's just dive in and watch Sochan specifically in this game. With one of my biggest pet peeves about Sochan offensively in this game was the amount of times that he would fake a wide open or decently open catch and shoot three, or would end up then taking the shots that were just contested, like the threes that were contested by other players. Well, let's just go ahead and watch the first clip. So this clip is going to show our first example at his questionable playmaking and also shot making decisions. All right, so we see Jeremy Sochan right here. He does a couple little spinny spins, nothing crazy, kicks it back out. Right here, right, we see that Jones is heavily contested, so Sochan does what he should, go out to the line and try to get a three. Gets the ball. This is some space right here. I mean, this is serious space. This dude, he's in the paint, right? This right here should be a wide open three for Sochan. Shot 100% from three not that long ago against the Hawks. Surely he should be able to knock this one down and get it going. Nope. Pump fake. Drive in. Just take a quick look. Even if you do think that this is him being contested, if you think that this is too much of a contest for him to actually put up this shot, I will show you a shot where he was contested and still threw it up. Anyways, let's still analyze this play because there is a little bit more that he has to go through. So he does pump fake, he drives in right here before he goes in for this spin. Jones kicks back out for the three. Rudy is in the paint. This is a wide open kick out to Jones and a three. But no, he drives in. Yes, he does score. Okay, yes, I get it. He scored. Point is, we're critiquing the decision making and the thought process behind how he plays as a point guard, okay? Because yes, I know that this game he didn't play as a point guard. This was actually the first game after the point Sochan experience, but it's just kind of one of those things that you need to still kind of look at when seeing as to why the Spurs did what they did. What did Popovich see in Sochan that put him at point guard? I don't know. I think that the YouTube channel Thinking Basketball does the best at breaking down the couple times that we have seen this happen with the Spurs team.
Wemby's teammates aren't used to his length either, because this is an easy lob at the rim for Victor, and I know that because he reaches his own layer of the atmosphere, so open space should always be a lob. Here's another one where a teammate misses an easy pass, a second teammate sees it but doesn't throw it high enough, and that's okay because he reaches over and steals it from a teammate anyway.
By the way, if you somehow don't know who Thinking Basketball is, please go subscribe to them. But the clip of Sochan's decision making as a point guard went the most viral in this one right here, where we saw a 2-on-1 break. And, you know, Sochan's bringing the ball up. What is he going to do? He turns back. You see him turn his head right here. Sees Victor on the run. He knows Victor's going to make that cut. What does he do? Point Sochan. What move is he going to make? Kicks it out. He kicks it right out to Trey Jones. Trey Jones, who's obviously a real point guard, knows to dump this up to Victor, who is freakishly fucking tall and can quite literally score anything that is in, like, this much of a radius of the basket, he could put it in. And Jones knows that, so he throws it up, even though it is a highly contested alley-oop. He knows that there's no way that anyone's gonna touch this ball. There's no way. Arguably my favorite part about this is after Victor scores his basket, yo, he high-fives Sohan, yo, yeah, good shit, bro. But what he says to Jones, that's a good pass. That's a fucking pass. Or said something like that. That's a really good fucking pass. But let's not think about the pass. Let's go back to what we saw in the most recent game against the Timberwolves. This clip, we get to see another pump fake where he had plenty of room and just decided to take the worst offensive decision making of all time. Gets the ball right here, shooting position. I understand Naz Reid is closing in on you, and this man is scary. Naz Reid is not a fun guy to be playing around with, okay? I would know. Pause. This is a shot. If I'm Popovich, I'm yelling at you to take this. I am yelling at you to take this shot where you have so much room. You're in your shooting position. I mean, even if you weren't to fake this and put this up right here, Naz Reid is not touching that ball. Pump fake. What does he do? Instead, he decides to drive into Naz Reid, who is such a good defender that he obviously read very clearly that he's not going to shoot this and just stayed still, which makes you question even more as to why you would drive into him and attempt that. Like what? I don't get it. You go from barely any perimeter defense to getting Naz Reid dick in the paint. I just don't understand. But remember what I said about Jeremy Sochan also taking the shots that are heavily contested? Well, this is the clip that describes it perfectly to me. Okay, we see Jeremy Sochan out here in the corner. Cat defending him, kicks it out. So right here, you would assume maybe a pump fake. Right? Cat is like what, seven foot? You would maybe expect like a pump fake, maybe kick it out, maybe I don't know, make the ball move around a little bit. No, he throws it up with Cat right there. Right there, he throws up this shot. So I don't know if this is because Popovich was telling him on the previous attempts to just shoot it and just stop doing the pump fake on the three when you're open. He just threw it up. Obviously gets tipped by Cat because he's 7 feet fucking tall and ends up missing that shot. All right, let me just take a quick break from shitting on Jeremy Sochan and talk about the other player that specifically in this game really just threw the entire thing. Didn't even fucking try. I don't even know why he was out there. Ladies and gentlemen, Zach Collins. Oh, wait, fuck, this is the wrong. Zach Collins shot a disgusting 6 for 20 in the game against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Yes, the Minnesota Timberwolves that have Rudy Gobert, Karl Anthony Towns, players who are other big men guarding this man and just giving him the dick. Not to mention 0 for 6 from 3. What the fuck are we watching? Victor Wembanyama is the player who should be taking this many shots. I think he still had like 13 or 14 or 16 attempts. I can't really remember on the top of my head, but this isn't what should be happening. Zach Collins should not be getting 20 shot attempts per game. San Antonio, what the fuck is happening? I mean, this is just all over the place, man. Like, I don't even know where to really pinpoint it. We see the point Sochan experiment be done, right? He's not doing it anymore. He came off the bench last game, but we still have shit like this going on, man. What the fuck? Do I think that this is the end of the San Antonio Spurs and they will never ever be good and Victor Wembanyama is a huge bust? No. It seems like Pop is just testing things out and we'll see where things go later on in the season. Maybe they're just taking it out. Maybe they just want to get another pick because, hey, Cooper Flag and Victor Wembanyama being on the same lineup is crazy. And hey, as long as the Pistons continue their losing streak, no one is going to give a shit about the Spurs being this bad because they're always going to look at who is the worst in the league. And hey, Spurs fans, good for you. You are not the worst in the league. As surprising as that may be, the Pistons are somehow even more ass. With that being said, I'd love to hear your opinion on the San Antonio Spurs down in the comments below. And since you're already down there, be sure to like and subscribe. I never really ask anyone to like the video, but it does help push it way more than anything else. And hey, maybe if you like the video, Gregg Popovich will see this and finally make some good fucking coaching decisions. With that being said, I hope you guys all enjoyed. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys all in the next video. I was literally saying my camera's about to die and it died halfway through saying that. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.